Namaste, dosto. Welcome to the mind-bending world of time paradoxes. Let's explore some of the most fascinating examples that challenge our understanding of time and reality. But what if we could mess with that flow? What if we could travel through time, changing the past or glimpsing the future? That's where things get really interesting, and more than a little mind-boggling. Because as soon as you introduce time travel into the equation, you open up a Pandora's box of paradoxes, situations where logic seems to completely break down. And that's what we're going to explore today, so buckle up. So what exactly a time paradox? Well, imagine a situation where time travel is possible, and you decide to go back in time to change something. Seems straightforward enough, right? But what if that change creates a logical contradiction, an impossibility, in the very fabric of space-time? That, my friends, is a time paradox. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you invent a time machine and decide to travel back to prevent a historical tragedy. You're successful in your mission, but here's the kicker. If the tragedy never happened, what motivation would you have had to travel back in time to prevent it in the first place? See, the very act of time travel can sometimes create ripples in the space-time continuum, leading to these head-scratching scenarios. It's like trying to untangle a really complicated knot. The more you pull, the tighter it gets. Time paradoxes are like thought experiments on steroids. They force us to confront the limits of our understanding of causality, free will, and the nature of time itself. They're not just the stuff of science fiction, though they certainly make for some fantastic stories. So, are you ready to dive into some of the most famous and perplexing time paradoxes ever conceived? Let's go! Let's start with a classic, the one that's been keeping philosophers and sci-fi nerds awake at night for decades, the grandfather paradox. This mind-bending concept has been the subject of countless debates, stories, and even movies, each trying to unravel its complexities. This one's a real doozy, so put on your thinking caps. We're diving deep into the realm where science fiction meets philosophical conundrums. Imagine, if you will, that you've built a time machine, lucky you, and decided to travel back in time to meet your grandfather before he met your grandmother. The possibilities seem endless, right? But hold on, things are about to get complicated. But then, disaster strikes. You accidentally run him over with your time-traveling DeLorean. A tragic twist of fate that sets the stage for our paradox. Oops! Now here's where the paradox kicks in. The very fabric of reality seems to tremble at the implications. If your grandfather died before he met your grandmother, he couldn't have fathered your parent, and you wouldn't have been born. This creates a ripple effect that questions the very nature of existence. But if you were never born, who went back in time and accidentally turned grandpa into roadkill? It's a loop that defies logic and reason. See the problem? The grandfather paradox throws a wrench into the very idea of cause and effect, of a linear timeline where events unfold in a predictable order. It challenges our understanding of time itself. It suggests that changing the past, even in a seemingly small way, could unravel the very fabric of your existence. Talk about pressure. The stakes couldn't be higher. Now, there are a few possible solutions to this paradox, each more mind-bending than the last. Let's explore some of these fascinating theories. Some physicists believe in the Novikov self-consistency principle, which states that you can travel to the past, but you can't change it. This principle offers a way to sidestep the paradox. In this scenario, something would always prevent you from killing your grandfather, no matter how hard you tried. It's as if the universe conspires to keep the timeline intact. It's like the universe has a built-in safety mechanism to prevent paradoxes. A cosmic failsafe that ensures continuity. But that begs the question, do we really have free will? Or are we just puppets dancing to the tune of destiny? Are our choices truly our own? Another solution, and one that's a personal favorite of mine, is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. This theory opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. This theory suggests that every time a choice is made, every time a possibility exists, the universe splits, creating a new timeline for each outcome. An infinite web of parallel realities, each with its own version of events. Chapter 3. The Bootstrap Paradox. Where did it begin? Hold on tight, folks, because we're diving into another brain-twisting time travel conundrum. The Bootstrap Paradox. This one's all about the origin of information and objects, and it'll leave you questioning where things truly begin. Picture this. You're an aspiring author, but you're struggling to finish your novel. One day, a mysterious stranger hands you a manuscript, claiming it's your work from the future. You read it, amazed by its brilliance, and decide to publish it under your own name. The book becomes a bestseller, critically acclaimed, and a cornerstone of your successful writing career. Here's the catch. Where did the information in the book originate? You didn't write it originally. The stranger gave it to you. But the stranger only had it because they got it from your future self, who published it based on the stranger's copy. It's a closed loop, a self-creating paradox. The Bootstrap Paradox messes with our understanding of cause and effect, of originality, of the very notion of creation itself. It suggests that information, objects, even art, can exist without a clear point of origin, caught in a never-ending loop through time. Chapter 4. The Predestination Paradox. Is everything predetermined? Fasten your seatbelts, everyone, because we're about to explore a paradox that calls into question the very concept of free will, the predestination paradox. Imagine a world where time travel is possible, but every event in history is predetermined, set in stone like the chiseled face on Mount Rushmore. In this world, the future is not a blank canvas, but a completed masterpiece, waiting to be unveiled. No matter what you do, no matter what choices you make, you're simply fulfilling a preordained destiny. Every decision, every action is just a step along a path that was laid out long before you were born. In this scenario, time travel doesn't allow for change, only confirmation. You can witness events, but you can't alter them. The gears of time turn inexorably, indifferent to your desires. You might think you're altering the past or influencing the future, but in reality, your actions were always a part of the grand, unchangeable tapestry of time. Every button pressed, every portal opened, is just another thread in the cosmic fabric. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The idea that our lives might be scripted, our choices mere illusions. Think about Oedipus Rex, who, despite his best efforts to avoid his prophesied fate, ended up fulfilling it anyway. His story is a powerful reminder of the potential inevitability of destiny. Or what about those moments in your own life when, despite trying to take a different path, you ended up right back where you were supposed to be? It's as if an invisible hand guides you back to your destined course. Is it fate? Or just a series of coincidences? Are we puppets on strings, or masters of our own destinies? The predestination paradox suggests that free will might be an illusion, and our lives are merely a series of events unfolding according to a cosmic script written long ago. This script, written in the stars, dictates every twist and turn of our existence. It's a concept that's been explored in countless stories, from ancient myths to modern science fiction, and it continues to fascinate and frustrate us in equal measure. Whether it's in the pages of a book or on the silver screen, the question of predestination versus free will remains a timeless enigma. Chapter 5. The Multiple Timelines. Hypothesis. A universe of possibilities. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to explore a mind-blowing solution to the headache-inducing world of time paradoxes. The multiple timelines hypothesis. This theory is not just a fascinating concept, but a potential answer to some of the most perplexing questions about time travel and its consequences. This theory suggests that every time a choice is made, every time a possibility presents itself, the universe splits, creating a new timeline for each outcome. Imagine standing at a crossroads, and instead of choosing one path, the universe allows you to take all paths simultaneously, each leading to a different reality. It's like a cosmic choose-your-own-adventure book, with infinite pages and endless possibilities. Each decision you make writes a new page, a new chapter, in the grand story of the universe. In this view, time travel doesn't change the past. It creates a new branch of reality. So when you step through that portal, you're not rewriting history, but crafting a new narrative altogether. So if you went back in time and prevented a historical tragedy, you wouldn't be erasing the original timeline. You'd be creating a new one where the tragedy never occurred. The original timeline remains untouched, continuing its course as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, the original timeline, the one you left behind, would continue to exist unaware of the alteration. This means that every action, every intervention, spawns a new reality, a new universe. It's a wild concept, but it elegantly sidesteps the logical pitfalls of paradoxes. By creating new timelines, it avoids the contradictions that arise from changing events in a single, linear timeline. This idea of a multiverse, of infinite parallel universes coexisting, each a unique variation on a theme, is a favorite concept in science fiction, and for good reason. It opens up endless storytelling possibilities and allows us to explore what-if scenarios in a way that a single universe cannot. It's a tantalizing glimpse into the vast potential of reality, suggesting that everything that could happen does happen, somewhere out there in the vast cosmic tapestry. Every decision, every action, creates a ripple effect, leading to a multitude of outcomes. It also opens up some mind-boggling possibilities. Imagine the endless adventures, the infinite stories, and the countless versions of ourselves living out different lives in these parallel universes. The multiple timelines hypothesis truly expands our understanding of what reality could be. समय के रहस्य, अन्वेषण जारी है. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey through time paradoxes. We've explored some of the most mind-bending concepts imaginable, from the classic grandfather paradox to the mind-blowing multiple timelines hypothesis. While we haven't quite cracked the code of building a working time machine just yet, the very act of contemplating the possibilities expands our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Until then, keep those imaginations firing, my dear friends.